Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Self-Development Tactics podcast. Today we're gonna talk about 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman, as far as I remember, but I don't truly remember. Today is gonna be a good one. Today is actually also gonna be a good day, and I also hope that your day is amazing so far, and that it is keeping being amazing, if this makes any sense grammatically, but I think it doesn't anyway. Let's actually see where it is. How's it called? Oliver. Oh, I do actually find it that way. That's amazing. I do not really truly remember where I've stopped, but I think it is fine. There's still a bit left. Not that much, but just a little tiny bit. Can I actually monitor myself? This would be hella amazing, so that I hear what I sound like. I always actually thought, well, why do people do that? Why is there a certain, something like monitoring your own voice and your own soundscape? But it actually does make sense. I have found and figured out for myself. Advanced audio properties. Monitor and output. Monitor only, mute output. I think, does this make sense? Am I hearing myself? I don't think I do. Hello? Hello? Can I hear myself? Hello? I don't think so. I don't think that I'm hearing myself. Hello? Good test most often is to just blow into your fucking microphone. But I don't hear myself. I would like to. Monitor volume %. Oh, that is amazing. Having sync offsets, balance, tracks. Well, for whatever reason it's not working unless... Does it work in this way? Hello? No, it doesn't. Well, anyway. Nevertheless, maybe it's gonna shock myself once it works. Social media is a giant machine for getting you to spend your time caring about the wrong things, about too many things, even if they're each indisputably worthwhile. The future is more appealing than the present because you get to indulge in all your hopes for it, even if they contradict each other. Have I read that? He was indecisive in love and in much else because he yearned to live more than one life. I think I have. As far as I remember, I have gone through already quite a bit. Well, I'm gonna just, start here, I guess. Time isn't in our possession and can't be brought under our control. We got to wherever we are in our lives without exerting much control over it at all. Whatever you value most about your life can always be traced back to some jumble, chance occurrences you couldn't possibly have planned for. Don't mind what happens. Those irritating individuals who are a little too proud of their commitments to being spontaneous, who insist on their rights to never make plans and to skip impulsively through life. These ostentaneously free and easy types seem to feel confined by the very act of making plans or trying to stick to them. But planning is an essential tool for construction a meaningful life and for exercising our responsibilities toward other people. Yes, really the case. I do need my plans. This is a little bit of a pity, to be honest. I am not nearly as spontaneous as I would like to be, I just really like to have plans. I just really like to know what I'm about to do. I just really like knowing what I expect. I don't like surprises. Many people don't like surprises, regarding certain things. We are not willing to be surprised in terms of bills. Having a very high bill all of a sudden makes us cry, makes us feel really bad. Maybe not really cry, but, at least very bad, which is understandable, which is just, the case and whatnot. Anyway. A plan is a present moment statement of intent. It is an expression of your current thoughts about how you would ideally like to deploy your modest influence over the future. The future, of course, is under no obligation to comply. Treat every such experience with the reverence we would show if it were the final instance of it. Aristotle argued that true leisure, by which he meant self-reflection and philosophical contemplation, was among the very highest of virtues because it was worth choosing for its own sake, whereas other virtues like courage in war or noble behavior in government were virtues only because they led to something else. But isn't it then good anyways, if something that you're doing is leading to something great, even if it is by quote-unquote accident? Aristotle argued that true leisure, psychotherapists call it a second-order change, meaning that it is not an incremental improvement but a change in perspective that reframes everything. Patience has a terrible reputation. It is disturbingly passive. It actually depends on how you think about it, doesn't it? Like, having patience, it actually feels like doing nothing, but it is actually very active, I would say, because it's disturbingly passive. Is it really passive? I wouldn't necessarily say so, actually. I don't know. For me, it is active, like being actively patient. On the other hand, it is very passive because you're not doing anything. Choose a painting or sculpture in a local museum, then go and look at it for 3 hours straight. Is this patience? You're probably going to see many, many cool things. Depends on the artwork, depends on the sculpture, depends on what you're looking at, but very often we do then see those very small details, those details that actually make this product and make this statue and make whatever you're looking at what it is. It's amazing indeed. It's great, but who has the time to do so? Unless you're just planning to do so, then you have the time to do that. What I do like about making plans, what I do like about structuring things and structuring my day and structuring my life in certain ways. Not always. I'm not obsessive about having everything structured and having everything done in like just maybe the neatest way and very whatever, but first of all, I know what I'm expecting, and second off, I can make sure that those things that I'm willing and I think I need to get done and I need to be prepared for, that I'm always going to be prepared for them and all for that. And even if it is just thinking like, okay, I'm going to do a lot more today so that tomorrow is going to be a better day, or so that I'm having a bit more time on the weekend for just chilling or spending time with people or just doing whatever it may be. It is important though. It makes sense, at least in my head, to do so. It's a good idea, but of course, sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm going to do more today so that tomorrow is going to be easier. And tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. And the next day I'm going to do the same thing, and so on and so forth. So where do I have to stop? Where is this like boundary that I have to obey or have to have a look at and have to realize and have to see, so that I'm not just, getting crazy and shit. I've never been able to fix those kinds of things. Him, that is because you don't take the time. If you're willing to endure the discomfort of not knowing, a solution will often present itself. Develop a taste for having problems. If you're willing to endure the discomfort of not knowing, a solution will often present itself. The most productive and successful made writing a smaller part of their daily routine than the others. They cultivated the patience to tolerate the fact that they probably wouldn't be producing very much on any individual day, with the results that they produced much more over the long term. They wrote in brief daily sessions. But I wouldn't necessarily say so, and I also just know some writers that are just writing every single day, I don't necessarily know the whole day, but it's about the craft. It is about doing something. And when you are a professional, you have to do certain things, even though you don't want to do them. For example, when it is about, well, I don't know what I want to say, but the fact is, doing something, even though, well, just doing something, just working on it, and not being like, not thinking like, okay, I just shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z because, the result is not going to be good. I'm not going to be happy with it, but just doing, just keeping, just writing, just putting out something. And I don't know, at some point you can go over it. The first draft is never going to be the final draft. And just, doing something, just writing something. And afterwards you can just fix it anyway. It's not going to matter. Radical incrementalist. Well, the fuck is that? I'm gonna leave this for the next one. Originality lies on the far side of unoriginality. The Finnish American photographer Arno blah 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 dramatizes this deep truth about the power of patience with a parable about Helsinki's main bus station. Well, anyway, gonna end the episode there. Wish you the best. See you soon. Bye bye.